Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mackenzie and today I'm going to be doing the Across the Universe series review. So the Across the Universe trilogy is written by Beth Revis and I really love this trilogy. So the first part is going to be non-spoiler and then a little bit at the end is going to have some spoilers. Okay, so this is the first book in the trilogy and it is Across the Universe. This is what it looks like. So this series starts off with Amy and her parents. They are about to be cryogenically frozen to be put on a ship. Amy's mom gets frozen first, so Amy can see what it's like to be frozen. But to Amy, it looks really uncomfortable and painful, so she gets kind of freaked out. And her parents were gonna go before her and after her, so she would actually go. But after her mom is frozen, her dad gives her the option of going with them or staying on Earth with other family. So her dad gets frozen second and then Amy has to choose what she wants. If she stays with her other family on Earth, she'll be long dead by the time her parents wake up. But if she goes with her parents, when she wakes up, she'll have to deal with knowing that everyone she knew before is dead. It's not a spoiler, but she chooses to go with her parents. So she gets frozen and it is very uncomfortable and painful, and when she gets frozen she hears them talking about a year delay. So she's kind of concerned when she is getting frozen about where is she going, why is there a delay, what is really happening. Okay, so the people that are being frozen on this ship are mainly military and scientists. They are being frozen to see if this new Earth is habitable and if there's any resources on it that they could take back to the other Earth. The ship they are on is called Godspeed. That's the beginning part and why they're going on the ship in the first place. So Amy gets woken up before the 300 years is up, and she soon discovers that life aboard Godspeed has changed drastically from what it was first starting in its mission. She meets Elder on the ship and he is in training to become Eldest, and Eldest is the leader of the ship, and they created the Elder system by themselves because there was a plague that happened. So that's pretty much all I can really say without ruining too much. So I really did enjoy the first book, and now I'm going to put up the spoiler sign because I'm going to talk about the second and third book, and if you haven't started the first one, these would be spoilers. In the end of the first one, you find out that Orion is bad and so was Eldest. So they actually die, both of them, in this book. So yes, that is a big spoiler. And in the second book, they're going through the clues that Orion left for them to figure out the truth behind Century Earth. So it's fun, they're like playing detectives, they find out the truth. And since Eldest dies, the ship kind of goes in chaos because Elder kind of has to figure out how to run it, but he doesn't know much and he's not a very good leader. Right away, he doesn't really know what to do. He kind of lets the ship go in chaos, and they don't want to use this chemical called Psiduss. Psiduss, I think that's what it's called. And it kind of calms people and they just get rid of it, so people are waking up, they're not calm anymore, and they're a little chaotic. A lot chaotic, actually. So the second book is just filled with crazy events. Them trying to figure out the truth behind Century Earth and trying to deal with all the riots and every crazy thing on the ship that's happening. And now the third book is Shades of Earth, and from the title you can guess that they finally make it to Century Earth. I love this book. My mom read it before I did, and she said it was a lot different, and it was really different because they were on Earth, but it's still amazing. At the end of the second book, they're getting, not everyone, but some people are leaving to Century Earth and some people are staying on the ship until it falls apart and dies. But this one is them landing, and in the landing something actually hits them and crashes into them. So they almost all die, but most of them survive, and there is a few casualties and quite a few people were injured. But they do manage to land it. They also have to wake up all the frozen. So then all the military and science people wake up, and same with Amy's parents. And they find out a lot from the military people, and you kind of hate Amy's dad for a bit because he's kind of a jerk, and they run things, they just take over like Orions. They would. But then they realize that they're not alone on this planet. There are crazy like pterodactyl type creatures that attack them, but then they realize that there's people on the planet, and they go through this discovering phase of realizing that when they were in space, Earth had sent another ship up to Century Earth, and yeah, so there are people there, there is already a settlement on the Earth, and you just learn so many crazy things, and I'm not going to tell you all of them because if you haven't read this book and you're just watching the spoiler bit, I would like to leave some things that you don't know. So the characters in these books, I loved them. Even the bad guys, they were interesting characters, and it was hard to say goodbye to the characters after I finished the book because, I don't know, I just read 3 books with them and they grew so much in this series. I just loved Amy and Elder and all of the characters. I love this trilogy, and it's one of my favorite series that I own. I would highly recommend this to pretty much anyone, and I have been actually recommending it to pretty much all of my friends. So it's awesome. And I didn't guess the ending. I tried not to guess the ending. I wanted to be surprised, and I was. So, well, yeah. Because sometimes you guess the ending and you kind of like, you spoiled yourself. But I didn't want to guess the ending, and I didn't guess the ending, and I'm so happy I didn't because it was just so much more exciting not knowing what was going to happen. So if you haven't read this trilogy, you should pick it up. It was amazing, and it's awesome, and I can't wait to read it again. I actually wanted to read it again before I did the review because I felt it would be a bit better if I read it again and did a review. So thank you for watching my video, and this is my first review, so if it wasn't very good, I'm sorry, but I don't really know how to film a review yet, but I guess with practice I'll get it and they will eventually get better. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you do pick up this book because it is really awesome. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.